It is Tuesday, August 17th, 2021. I am Dan Rubin. This is the Bucknuts Morning 5 and change. If it's a humid, overcast day in Ohio, you know it's time for Duane Long to hop on. Duane, how goes it?
Other than that, I hate cloudy days. I mean, go ahead and rain. just what is the point? But we this is where we are, Dan. You have whatever's going on down there, you know it's going on up here too.
It is Ohio. You can get all four seasons in one day. But at Bucknuts, here's what you can get right now, and you need to pay attention to this. If you are not a premium subscriber, we have a 2-day deal going, 75% off an annual subscription. 75% off an annual subscription. We will not offer a better deal than this all year. Ohio State's about to go on an epic run here. We want you to be along for the ride. Premium access for 75% off. I'm just telling you, we will not offer a better deal than this all year. If you ever had any thought of joining Bucknuts, now is the time to do it. One of the reasons, lots of quarterback coverage. Yesterday, Ryan Day met with the media and made, I guess, official what we all have kind of already known is that C.J. Stroud is separating himself from the pack. He did not name him the starter, but he did everything but. Your thoughts on Ryan Day's comments, kind of the first solid quarterback hierarchy comments we've gotten.
Well, I think it's important, and I think considering how early he's made the made that comment. I mean, he, like you said, he did everything but say Stroud's going to be the starter. And based on what your contacts, my contacts, everybody's contacts, that's what it looks like. Stroud has separated himself. He's going to be the starting quarterback. It's not more complicated than that. There's no way he would have said that. No way if that wasn't what was going on.
Like you said, we've heard great things about him. In fact, the boarding house had some suggestions to get out to Vegas and put some money that he's going to be in New York for the Heisman ceremony. One of my closest compadres has already thrown some cash on that, allegedly. What does that mean for the rest of the group now? You've got Kyle McCord, Jack Miller, and now Quinn Ewers on campus. Kyle McCord is the one we hear is probably pushing for that 2 spot. This is going to be a season-long episode of As the Quarterback's Turn.
Yeah, it's going to be. What's going to happen is going to be interesting. One thing I want to just go ahead and say right now that I've seen it pop up all over the internet that what if he leaves this year? No, rosters are locked. They can't go anywhere and play this year. So get that out of your head. Who's ever here right now is going to be playing football at Ohio State this fall. So, and the best thing to do, it makes sense. This is the best head coach, quarterback coach duo in the country. Nobody else. No. You got Day and you got Dennis, and these guys will school these guys. That's why they're coming here. You know, they're not unhappy about being here this year. They'd rather be the starter, obviously. But they're still going to get schooled. I know you just don't even try to think about all of them staying. It's just not going to happen. With the transfer portal, they can play immediately next year. No hassles. There's just no way all 3 of them are staying. All 4 of them are staying. So, get that out of your head. But they are going to be here, Buckeye Nation. You're going to, and what I bet is going to happen is Day is going to make some attempt to get them enough playing time to give them the idea that they're going to be the starter. I think it's more likely that Ewers stays around because he's a rookie still. He shouldn't even be thinking about playing this year. He is an immense arm talent. Everyone that sees this kid throw the ball, just watch his films. It looks effortlessly him flinging the ball 50 yards down the field on target. But he's still a kid that needs to learn so much more. And that leaves McCord is already more advanced than him. Jack Miller is already more advanced than him. He's going to see that. He's not ready to come in and start as a freshman. So I think he's the one that's more likely to stay around, and that's the best case scenario. McCord is going to think that he can go next year and be a starter.
I mean, this is just uncharted waters. There's never been, at least to my knowledge, 4 quarterbacks of this ilk, this close in age in one quarterback room at one time. So you're going to get some negativity here. You're going to get people saying ultimately that they shouldn't have taken Ewers' commitment and stuff like that. Here's a list of the teams that would have turned down Quinn Ewers. None. This is just something Day's going to have to work out. Like you said with Dennis, they have a great culture in the room. I think if you brought Ewers in early and you had a young starter and there was no one else in the room, it might be a little bit more intimidating and potential for drama would be there. But having 3 studs behind Stroud at once to start out is just so bizarre that I think it kind of spreads out the pressure. I makes for a more tenable situation, at least for Stroud. He's got to come in and perform, though, Duane. It's not the kind of thing where if Stroud comes in and struggles early, the fans are going to be patient.
Oh, hell no. He can't be patient, Dan. He can't have his kid on the field that's not performing with all that is behind him. No. The outcry for trying Ewers or McCord, a lot of fans are convinced McCord is the best quarterback in the quarterback room. Well, Stroud is on the hot seat, and so is Day and Dennis. He's got to perform.
Spotlight, that's actually a good point on Day and Dennis and how they handle this. Just because it's uncharted waters, I don't think it will be tremendously difficult for Ohio State to get another quarterback should one of these guys leave. It's going to be super interesting, and that's why we've named this show As the Quarterback's Turn. We're going to take a quick break, come back, and talk more Buckeyes. Quinn Ewers reclassifying from the class of 2022 to the class of 2021 has certainly altered the recruiting process for quarterbacks going forward. Don't expect Ohio State to add a quarterback in 2022, at least one that you know of. I know when Duane and I did the show last week, the top 31 quarterbacks in the class of 2022 were committed. So don't expect that to happen unless Ohio State has a target they're going to flip. It does appear their efforts have loaded onto the class of 2023. Perhaps the top guy on their board, and by perhaps I mean probably, is Nicholas Iamaleava out of California. Our Bill Kurlick spoke to him after Quinn Ewers committed, and he said it does not bother him one bit. That gap year in between them certainly doesn't hurt. Your thoughts on Iamaleava? It does seem like he's the apple of their eye.
Well, when you look at this kid, he's really long. He looks like he's 6'5" or 6'6". He's got what I call a buggy whip motion, just boom, and all of a sudden the ball explodes out of there. So I think it's he's a neck of jaunt kid. If we can get him to come on board, that would be spectacular.
Tremendous frame too. If you see a picture of him, he posed with Coach Dennis, his father, and Coach Day when he was at Ohio State. He's about 6'5", and if you look at his dad, my man's going to fill out and be one strong dude. So we will keep an eye on that guy. I think it's very, very likely he tops their board, and we will hear a lot about him going forward. You know, we spent a lot of time talking about linebacker, and Dave and Steve, yesterday's podcast, if you did not listen to it, I don't know what you're doing. They had an update on the linebacker core. Very positive vibes coming out about Taraja Mitchell and Cody Simon. But where is Palaie Gaoteote? Where's our guy? They haven't even mentioned him. That is a little bit ominous. Day is avoiding discussing the dude until he becomes official. The NCAA is either dragging their feet or there's goofy stuff going on here. There was a time when I thought this guy was going to fix it in the middle. Now I'm not so sure, Duane. Do you think we'll see him on the field?
Every day you said ominous. Every day it gets more ominous. The silence is deafening. The NCAA is the most ridiculous organization. Why are they fussing about this? The old rules. That's my understanding is he left under the old rules, so he can't transfer in under the new rules. What? This is why people want the NCAA to go away. Stupid stuff like this. And that is what the hang-up is, Buckeye Nation, the NCAA. So, you know, I just don't like how close we're getting to the season, and this is not being resolved. We're hearing nothing. Nobody is picking up anything on this.
We will stay on it. Once again, Bucknutters, we have our best deal ever going today to join the site. 75% off an annual membership. It lasts through tomorrow night. Act fast. There will not be a deal this good for the rest of the year. We appreciate Duane stopping by. Have a good one, Bucknutters.